say the body just rots away. Well, I mean, you know, that happens.
Right, that's not an assumption.
They're saying the body rots away, and a
Right.
bunch of other stuff happens that we have no particular indication of.
I'm simply saying I'm not presuming anything beyond what I'm observing. When a person does presume to say that they understand something or know something beyond what we can observe, they have to cough up some evidence for that, or else they're talking out of their ass. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. There's not a polite way to say it. They're making up crap, and they're simply asserting it, and then they're trying to say it's as valid as what you observe.
I was watching the show a few weeks ago, and there was this guy who called in. He's like a YouTube self-styled celebrity, Cabane the Christian. And he was talking about how this notion that you need extraordinary evidence to prove extraordinary claims is silly. That you know, that's disproven by philosophers. and it was basically like, wait a minute. So do you have any standards? I mean, do you just think that anything is true that happens to be written down or talked about?
Well, no, I mean, to me, the stupidity of that was demonstrated in a show that we did a while back, and I can't remember where I know this isn't original to me. I know I read it somewhere, and it might have been a Sagan book, so I don't want to take credit for this.
Sure.
But I used the example of asserting that I had breakfast and saying to you, you come over, what have you been doing? And I say, I had bacon and eggs today. And you say, okay, and we go do whatever, and so Matt says to you later, did Tracy already eat? And you say, yeah, she had bacon and eggs. So you pretty much believed me. Whether I had it or not, I might have lied completely to you, but you wouldn't know that, and you're saying that Tracy's word is good enough to believe that she had bacon and eggs this morning.
Right.
Now, if I tell you I had bacon and eggs on an alien spacecraft orbiting Saturn, would you believe that? I mean, who would believe that? Obviously, the weirder the claim gets, the more you're going to start saying that you doubt it. My word was good enough for an ordinary claim, but if you think my word is good enough for that kind of lunatic claim, you're a nut job just as much as I am. I mean, I don't know. There's no, like I say, there's no kind way to put this. If someone's going to be that stupid to assert that I would believe any kind of wild claim on the same evidence that I would believe a mundane claim, that's completely ludicrous.
I know.
And I think it's disingenuous as well, because push come to shove, if they're faced with that kind of real decision in any situation outside of their specific pet belief, they will not do that.
Right.
So, you know, I don't see that as genuine.
Right, but again, I mean, you know, this is just ordinary common sense skepticism that people apply every day,
Correct.
except in the case where
The
they
pet
give
belief.
special dispensation
Yeah.
to their religion. And it's not really generally up to the skeptic to disprove something that they heard second or third hand,
Right.
and somebody comes at them and says, explain this. I
Right.
mean, it's just another dressing of the liar, lunatic, or Lord thing.
Well,
that
most
C.S. Lewis
believers,
came up with.
most believers in a specific religion that utilize a "my religion is right" kind of philosophy, that are using this sort of, you know, I believe these claims, will reject other religions that have nothing but claims.
Yeah, like, for instance, somebody actually sent this at us. Somebody came in writing with a whole lot of caps,
Oh,
which
yeah,
we
yeah.
always
That's
enjoy.
always fun.
And they were like, oh, thank you for proving anything. To you, Jesus was either a lunatic, a liar, or a Lord and Savior. Thank you for sparing me of your canned and atheist rational responses, because they are loud and they are thoughtless, and I heard them before. And it just rants like that for a while.
Right.
That's nothing more than sending us a third-hand story and saying, prove this.
Right.
You know, prove me wrong.
Well, I think
It's
what's
like
very important.
something that was written a long time ago about some stuff that some
Right.
guy said, and they said, you know, how can you explain that?
Right. And it's like this thing that's written isn't even the claim. I mean, it's like somebody writing about something that they heard that somebody said that someone else wrote. It's like,
Right.
this is just nuts. But even if it was a direct claim, that particular division, the Lord, Liar, Lunatic, it's important to note that lunatic encompasses everything from an absolute nut job to somebody who's honestly mistaken.
Yeah.
So in other words, if I thought I saw something but I really didn't, it's like I saw something like that but it wasn't exactly what I saw, that would qualify in that argument as lunatic.
I mean,
Right.
if you were dealing with a scientific phenomenon, you would go back and try to duplicate the experience. You would maybe run the tape over and over again if you had a tape. But when you just think about stuff that's already kind of fuzzy to begin with, well, I mean, a problem is that your brain fills in the details
Right.
that